So like today's topic is group by, how to do group by using pandas, right? So group by is a method that allows you to group rows of data together and call aggregate functions. Okay, so basically, suppose you want to just like remember your school, when you were in school, you make queues group wise, class wise. So your group is same. So when you are putting things together as in a group, and to do that with Python, we use pandas group by functionality. Okay, so just like a group students by their classes, like class 10th, class 12th, group student by their houses, yellow house, red house, blue house, like that. Okay, so suppose let's create up data, like some dictionary. So this is a dictionary. Why? Because it's in curly braces. This is the key, this is the value. So the dictionary is like company, and the company is Google. Company has like six elements: Google, MSFT for Microsoft, MSFT, FBA for Facebook. Then there are some persons like Sam, Charlie, Amy, Vanessa, Carl, Sarah. Then sales of each of these persons. So basically, this data variable is a dictionary which contains data about like companies, some persons of the companies, and their sales. Now let's make a data frame, pandas data frame of this data. So pd dot data frame, because pd we have imported pandas as pd. So to access all the functionalities of pandas, we will use the short name pd dot data frame, and we'll pass this variable here. So that will convert this data dictionary into a data frame. Now this data looks like this. Okay, so like there are columns are company, person, and sales, and there are like 6 rows, and each row gives you, okay, there is a person Sam who is working for Google, and his sales is 200, maybe like 200 rupees, or you can say 200 items. Suppose he's selling mobile phones, or he's selling some product of Google, so he sold 200 products. Charlie of Google sold 120 products. Amy of Microsoft sold 340 products. So basically this data is about some salesperson of these three companies. Okay, now I want to group, because I see like there are two Google, two Microsoft. I want to group by company. Okay, so give me the sales report group by company. So what were the sales for Google, what were the sales for Microsoft? So how can I do? I can do df dot group by, and I can pass the column according to which I want to do a group by. So this is will perform a group by like this. So to see actual output, I have to call an aggregate function. Aggregate function are the functions which combine multiple values like mean, sum, median, mode. So when I say sum, so I need multiple values to take a sum. So I cannot say what is the sum of 1. Nothing. What is the sum of 1 and 2 is 3. What is the sum of 1, 4, 5? It is 10. Okay. So those functions which are applied on a group of numbers or multiple numbers or multiple values elements are called aggregate functions. To see this output, I have to store them in a variable like by company, or by comp is equal to df.group by company. Now I want by company mean. So what is the mean of sales by company? I can get like this: FB 296, Google is 160, Microsoft 232. Okay, so company wise the mean of sales, I can get it like this also, right? DF group by and give me the mean. Then what is the standard deviation? STD. I can get like this. Then what is the minimum? Group by company minimum sales. Like it is like this: Carl, Charlie, Amy. By company, what is the maximum sales? It is like this: Sarah, Sam, Vanessa. Right now, by company, what is the count? So count is like we had 2 persons, sales 2. Google has 2 per salesperson, the sales has 2. Like there are 2 values. Okay, so I'm getting the count. Now go by company describe. Describe will give me multiple informations. So what is the count? So for FB, what is the count? What is the mean? What is the standard deviation? For minimum 25%, 30%, maximum count, mean all that. For all the companies I will get. Okay. Now if so this was in a column. Now if you do transpose, it will convert rows into columns. So you will get output in this way. Okay. Now suppose you just want the information of Google. So by company describe transpose, then you get the Google column, because it has column FB, one column, Google second column, and third column is Microsoft. I just want the information of Google, then I will just pass Google here. So this is like simply how do you do group by. So like Ankit has done group by in SQL same way. Like I don't know if it is the same. It is a better way here. Right. Next, we look at merging, joining, and concatenating. Merging means like all of them means combining two data frames or multiple data frames together. Okay. How what are the different ways of combining data frames together? Right. Suppose there is one data frame df1, which is like this, df2, which is like this, df3 like this. So basically, I have three data frames. A, B, C, D are the column names of the df1 first data frame. There are four values. Then there is df2, which is like abcd same columns, and I have these four values like 4 5 6 7. Then df3 is my third data frame, which I have created like this. So basically I'm doing data frame, and inside this I'm passing a dictionary. Okay. And so all the elements are some strings a1 a2 a3. So to combine, to do concatenation, basically glues together data frames. Keep in mind that dimensions should match along the axis you are concatenating on. You can use p.concatenate and pass in a list of data frames to concatenate together. Simply, if I want to club all of them together, I can do pd.concatenate df1 df2 df3. So see, I get a big data frame like this, all of them, and by default the axis is 0. That means I am adding them row wise. So like first this, then below this you add this data frame, and below this you add this data frame. So like I can concatenate, or I can glue them together along the rows, right? Or I can glue them together along the columns. If I do axis is equal to 1. If I do axis is equal to 1, let me just zoom out. See, so axis, so I can glue them together like this: A B C D, A B C D, A B C D, side by side, because the index value is like, for this one I have 0 1 2 3, this one I have 4 1 4 5 6 7, here I have 8 9 10 11. Now we have, like, let's create some more data frames. So the data frame name is left and right. So left data frame looks like this. If there is a column A and B, these are just example sample columns, they can be anything. So there is an A column, B column, and the key some key value. Key value can be like your roll number or your name, anything. Then the another data frame is right, and the name is right, and it looks like C and D, and key is same, k0 k1 k2 k3. So key column is same in both the data frames. Now how can I merge them together? So merging allows you to merge two things together. So I can use pd dot merge. Left means the first data frame with the second data frame. How means how to join. I want to join them, inner join. This Ankit must know, like inner join on which column. So how to join? Inner join, like internally they should join with each other. And on which column? On the key column. So basically the key column is same, k1 k0 k1 k2 k3, k0 k1 k2 k3. This key column is same for these two. I on this column merge these two data frames, right? So like here also index is 0 1 2 3, here the index is 0 1 2 3. I can just put these two tables in just one table or one data frame like this. So my combined data frame looks like this. Okay. Now let's create new data frames with two columns. Left is equal to AB, with there are two key columns, key 1, key 2. Same for right, C and D are the columns, and key 1 and key 2 are the columns. Right. I want to do pd.merge the first data frame with second data frame, or match these two keys, K1 and K2. So see, I got this combined data frame, which is like there are only 3 rows. Why 3 rows? Because I am matching only where like K1, K2 of this data frame equal to key1 key2 of this data frame, I will get a merging. Otherwise it will ignore all other values. So in key2 here I have k0 k1 k0 k1, here I have k0 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 k0. So basically this particular data k0 k0 is also here k0 k0, and k1 k0 is also here k1 k0, and I have k2 k0. So I do not have k2 k0, right? So basically I have K1 K0 here, and I have 2 times K1 K0 here, K1 K0, K1 K0. So I have only these 3 rows are matching. So basically I will just combine only those 3 rows where the keys are matching. These two columns are matching. This is called merging, right? Or so this was like inner join. Inner join. That's why, because I ignored all the other values where the keys are not matching. If I do an outer join, same thing but outer join, then I will have all the values, whether it is like matching or not matching, I will have all the values. It is called outer join. Okay. Right. If I want to do the right join, then right joins mean I will take all the keys from the table, second table. So all the keys of the second table are taken, but not from the first table. And if I do left join, then all the keys are taken from the left table, not from the right table. Right. So this can be confusing, but just go through it. It is not like very much difficult. Simple. There is a diagram which will explain it better. Okay, now there is joining. Joining is a convenient method for combining the columns of two potentially different indexed data frames into a single result data frame. Right. So when the index are different or the row names are different, how can I join them? Right. So there is a one data frame, another data frame. So I can do left dot join right. Okay. So I can get something like this, and I can do left dot join right outer. So I can get all the values from the right data frame or the second data frame. Right. So basically this is what it means. So inner join only, of a inner join only all the columns which are common, which are like key 1, key 2 or key 1, only which are same in both the tables, you will get only that output. For left join, all for the from the table 1 I will get all the values. From table 2 I will get only whatever is in the table 1 or whatever is common. In the right join I will get all the values from table 2, but only the intersecting or common values from table 1. And full outer join means I will get all the values from both the tables. This is what joining is. Right. Simple. One line of code, go through it, you will understand. Take a look at the table. Now we look at some of the operations. Now we have like a lot of operations are there. Operations mean what we can do with pandas. Okay. So operations like the same thing we do, functions and methods we saw. So what are the different things? What are the different methods that come with pandas already? Okay. So like let's import pandas as PD, and let us create a data frame like this. Okay. So PD.data frame, I'm passing column 1, column 2, column 1, column 3, like this we can do. Okay. So basically I'm creating this df data frame from a dictionary, and dictionary, like we have column 1, 1, 2, 3, column 2 this number, column 3 this digit. So basically uh, this like we have this is the data frame, right? We have 3 columns, column 1, column 2, column 3. These are the values. Now suppose I want to just find out the unique values. You see, like in column 2, 444, 444 is twice. I just want to find what are the unique values. So I can do like this, df2 in column 2, what are the unique values? So I'll get an output like this. Like the unique values are these only. Then I can do n unique. So how many number of unique values are there? So there are 3 values, this, and this. So I can do df in data frame in column 2, what is n unique? What are the number of unique values? Now, if I can do value counts, that means how the values of this column are repeating how many times. So basically, if I do like this in like data frame in column number 2, what is the value count? So I will get this value comes 2 times, this value comes 1 time, this value comes 1 time. Okay, so these are like small methods, short tricks, right? Suppose I want to select data. So like I want to create a new df, which is like data frame, where data frame column 1 is greater than 2 and data frame column 2 is equal to 444, right? So basically I want to select a column. So from this data frame I want to select a small data frame where the column 2 is 444 and column 1 is more than 2. So basically only this particular row I want to select. So I can do, how can I do? I can do filter like this in df, where df column 1 is more than 2 and df column 2 is equal to 444. So I got just this last row. Now I want to apply some functions. So basically I'm defining, remember from the functions class, I'm defining a function def times 2. So define a function, the name is times 2, and it takes a variable x, and what is the output? It returns x into 2. Okay, 2x. So if you put 2, the output will be 4. If you do times 2, 5, the output will be 10. Okay, this is the output. So now how to apply? Simply so df column 1 dot apply times 2. So basically what it means, like in the column 1 apply this function. Okay, so in this particular column apply times 2. So basically 0 1 2 3, if I apply times 2, so what is the column 1? So column 1 is 1 2 3 4, and in 1 2 3 4 if I apply times 2, what will I get? 2 4 6 8. Okay, so like this I can apply a function to a particular column of a data frame. Now suppose I want to apply df in column 3, apply len. Len what? Len gives you the length of the values. So in column 3 I have what? In column 3 I have a b c d d e f g h I x y z. So what is the length is of this is 3 3 3. So my output should be all 3 3 3, and like that I'm getting the output here. Now df of column 1 sum. So what is the sum of the all the values of this column? Right. So Nadeem, can you do the same with Excel? Hello, Nadeem.
Hello.
So like, what is this? Can you do the same? And how can you do the same with Excel? df column 1 sum.
No, sir, we cannot do. We have to drag all the column 11.
Drag.
Yeah, put this formula.
Yes, exactly. So this is the same thing. So for the complete column, I can find the sum with just one line. What is sum of this column? So how can you remove a complete column? I can use del df column 1. This will delete your complete column. Okay, so now my df looks like this. Column 1 has been deleted. Okay, now there is a function called df.column. Suppose I want to just know what are the columns in my data frame. So I can do df.columns. It will give me an output like this. So there are 2 columns because I have already deleted 1 column.
You
Next,
want
suppose
column 1?
Column 1 we have deleted. No, here
We can
we have
replace
deleted.
it, no, sir, with
We can, if you so if like
formulas.
we can replace it, but currently as of now there are only 2 columns. So that's why I'm getting the output as column 2 and column 3. If there are like 10 columns, you will get 10 columns: column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10. Right. Then there is df dot index. Okay. Index will give you the row names. So here it's the range because it is 0 1 2 3 4. It is not a name, or it is not like ABCD. It is a range. Index is this thing, 0 1 2 3, the row names. So for this it is a range index. Starts from 0, go up to 4. Step is 1. Okay. Now if you want to sort the value, see like there is 4 4 5 5 6 6 4 4. I want to sort it. So sort df dot sort values by column 2. How can you sort it? See, now the order has changed. See, 3 has come here. 4 4 4 4 4 4. Now it has been sorted. Same thing you can do in Excel by applying that sort feature. Okay, go to the column top and select the column and go to sort like increasing or decreasing. Okay, now df is null. Now I want to check whether any value is missing or any value is null in my data frame. I can just check by using this. Df is null. I don't know if there is a method for doing the same in Excel, which is that easy, this easy, right? Null. So all, because all the values are there, 4 ABCD. That's why all of them are false. That means nothing is null. df dot drop na. You can drop the na values, not available values, but because there is nothing not available in our data frame, that's why it is not dropped anything. Everything remains same. So basically, doing this has not done anything in my data frame because there are no nan values. How to fill nan values with something else? We saw this yesterday. df dot fill na. So and if you have this data frame and this value is not there, this value is not there, then you can do fill na. So, this is this. So if your data frame is having some nan values, that means not a number, then you can remove this by, you can fill by doing fill na. Fill na means where in this data frame df, wherever you find na, that means not a number value, you fill with this value, fill. So like in place of na and na, I got fill. I can replace it by any number, whatever I want. Okay.
If we want to replace, we have to
Fill.
fill column.
Fill any. You have to do fill any. You can put anything else. Anything. Nadeem, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever you want to replace, you can put the value here in the brackets.
Okay.
Okay. So next we have like pivot tables. Pivot tables, like suppose I have a data frame like this. So where like my A column is foo bar, B has 1 2 1 2 1 2, and C is xy, D is 1 3. So like see, like my A column has only two values, B column has only two values. So now I want to what make so I want to convert transform this table into this form where I just want to see the values of D column where the row names should be my A and B. So I want to make A and B as my rows and C as my column. Okay. So I will use something called pivot table. Pivot table you should have learned in Excel. It is a very important concept in Excel. So df dot pivot tables, my values should be the D column, my index should be the column A and B, and my columns should be C. So I will get, so this table is converted to this table, right? Simply. Now next topic is how to do data input and output, like how to import some data from Excel file, from CSV file, right? So it's very simple. Suppose your so there is a CSV file. CSV is comma separated value. Comma separated value means like you are storing value separate by comma, right? So to you can read by using this function read CSV, and this file you can read. So let me show you this file first. Example. This is my file. This is my data file, normal text file. Okay, CSV file. So I am storing these values ABCD 0 1 2 3 4 5 7 8 9 10. How can I read data from here? So I can read like this, read CSV ABCD. Now I want to write output to a CSV. I can write df data from to CSV. Suppose I made a data table, a data frame in my Python. I want to save it to anything. Then I can save it like to CSV. To CSV means like whatever my like in this file example, I can save it with another name also, like Nadeem analysis or Ankit final report, any name I want. And index is false. Index false means do not save these 0 1 2 3 as in the file. Okay, so like my file looks like there is no 0 1 2 3 over here index. So I don't want to save indexes, then I will use index is equal to false. Suppose I want to save this 0 1 2 3 also, then I will do index is equal to true. Suppose there's an Excel file which Nadeem is working on, so which Ankit want to import in Python. How can he do? He will do pd.read Excel, and Excel gave the name of the file, also the path. So this file has to be in the same folder here, right? So here is my data file, this current Jupyter notebook, and my file has to be in this particular directory only. Otherwise, I have to give the complete path. Getting? So if the file is saved on my desktop, then I have to pass my complete path: C, user, desktop, file name. Otherwise, if the file is in the same directory, then I can just give the name and which sheet I want to read. So there are like different sheets, no, sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So I can give the sheet name. So it will read that data from here. Let me show you this data. So what is this Excel same file or what? Excel example, right? So the file name is Excel sample. Excel sample is this file, XLS file. Okay, it will not open here. I should open it from this thing. Excel sample. This is the Excel file. Protected view. But why? Okay. So basically it's an Excel file because I have shared the screen. That's why it will not open. I think the share has gone. Yes. So it's an Excel file, normal Excel file, which you can read like this. Excel file, Excel sample file, XLS, and sheet name. And now if you want to write your file to Excel, then you can write using this df to Excel, Excel sample.xlx, and sheet name sheet1. Like how to save your work in Excel file. You can also read HTML pages, but like that is just out of the scope for this particular course. You can also read SQL databases. This can be useful for Ankit. right? So if there is an if you have installed SQL engine, that MySQL, then you can directly read from your database after doing this connection, right? So this is it. Our pandas
So this is
exercise.
all like linking.
Linking. So you can directly read from an Excel database. Suppose you are creating some table, some adding some rows and columns and some data points in Excel and your SQL. You can directly import from there to Pandas, do your work, and again save it to SQL. Right? You can do so. You have to use this particular library. So like here we have created a engine like virtual engine. But like if you have an engine installed in your system, then you can directly like DF to SQL. You can write data, read data from there, right? It's like that's why it's really good. Python, because it can connect with any data source. So like with this we are done with our pandas thing, pandas topic, and we have this exercise for you to do. Pandas exercise, like, so you like please SF San Francisco salaries exercise, right? So there is a data frame called salary that you need to like read. This is the data frame, like this big. So you have to like
Yeah.
import this, then check save it as a data frame, then work with it. Like what is the average base pay? You have to go through all the question answers, right? So this was it for today, whichever to discuss. You guys please go through NumPy, Pandas, everything. I have shared NumPy exercise also, exercise solution also. You do it and let me know. We will meet tomorrow, same time. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, Vinay,
Yes, Ankit.
this software I have to reinstall, so I should go to the Anaconda
Same.
website.
Yes, yes, go to,
Oh,
let me show you. Let me show you. So Anaconda, go to anaconda.com. Then first do this dx.dh. So what is your Windows? Same 64-bit, no?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then you go to this products, individual edition. Individual is free. Then you go to the bottom. Go to the bottom. Go download this and then run the same thing. Okay.
Okay.
And if
Then it
right.
install the Python thing.
Ah, do download this, then run this thing, and then there is a point where I asked you to like do that check.
Uh-huh.
So right, so you have to like just maybe let me show you the documentation. Individual edition. This is the documentation. Installation. Right, so you can follow this installing on Windows. Right.
Okay.
So you so when you
Yeah.
see this, so when you see this page, just click here also. They will say
Okay.
do not click, but just add anaconda to my path environment variable. It is like very useful
Okay.
for like people like us. Just check this and install. Normally it will do. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, and please go through the exercises, please. Okay. So I'll see you tomorrow, and happy Choti Deepavali, Badi Deepavali,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Take care. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
What about bursting crackers in your state? Is it?
It is like nobody can stop busting crackers from here to people
Yeah.
here. Like
So in
anyway,
Karnataka, it is totally banned.
like but they cannot ban here in Uttar Pradesh. So
Yeah.
Diwali is a very big festival here, very big, like one of the biggest festival. So nobody can stop anyone from doing anything. Obviously, there are some rules like you cannot after 10 you cannot do this, you cannot do that, but like nobody is going to listen to them. But of course,
Okay.
I'm not busting crackers for last 6 years now, 6 or more than that.
We
Yeah,
here
just
also.
lights. There is no point. Like it's good for kids, like maybe some full jhadi and all you can do, but not those loud crackers. We have already
Yeah.
noise pollution with horns.
Totally.
Okay, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Stay
Bye
safe.
bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye bye.